Hello YouTube. Today we're at one of our satellites, which is in Kenwood, and we have a treat for you today. With me right now is one of our technologists, MRI Technologist, Angie. Can you introduce yourself, Angie?
Hi, I'm Angie Asher, and I am an MRI Technologist here at Children's. I've been here for about 26 years, and we are welcoming you to Outpatient Kenwood. We are in Montgomery, off Montgomery Road, 7690 Montgomery Road, in the shops of Kenwood Shopping Center, just down the street from the Kenwood Mall.
And Angie will be giving us a tour of the inside of our Kenwood Outpatient Center. So let's go.
Come on in.
Next.
Welcome to our registration area. Here at Kenwood, we offer MRI services as well as general radiography or x-rays. We offer laboratory services, and we also have an ophthalmology clinic. MRI is here Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. For x-ray and laboratory services, those hours are 8:30 to 5, and those are walk-ins welcome. We're going to venture back to the back and see what's happening back there. Here's our laboratory services area. It's a small room, but it gets the job done. Just past the lab, we have our MRI Zone 2 area and our weight station, height station, and then x-ray is beyond this point. If you come in as a patient, typically we'll stop here and get your height or weight. All right, let's go ahead and go on into x-ray and take a look at that room. In here we have all the standard equipment that we have in all of our other facilities and x-ray rooms throughout Children's Hospital. This room is nice and bright. It is only still x-rays, so there's no fluoroscopy, but you can get any type of x-ray laying on the table or upright or weight bearing. This is the control room back here, and do you have any questions about what you might see in here?
Yes, what's this machine right here, or contraption?
This contraption is something that we might roll over to our upright bucky, and we will take images, for example, like a scoliosis x-ray or a leg length study. Basically, it's pictures, two pictures, and we stitch them together. So this machine with the ruler helps our machine stitch the images together. So everything is done digitally nowadays. It's pretty remarkable.
So what do you call this machine the bucky?
The bucky. The bucky is a drawer, I call it, that holds, it used to be films, but now we have digital plates. And I can't figure out how to get this out. There we go. So back in the olden days, we would have film and take it to a dark room and develop it. Nowadays, it's a digital plate, and when we take the image, it can be used over and over, but when we take the image, it goes immediately back to our control area in the computer.
Okay. And I would imagine that corner would be the changing room?
This area, yes, would be just a private area for a patient to change, say, take off their jeans if they have buttons or zippers or different things like that. If you'd like to come back and see in the control room, this is one of our technologists, Apeksha. So the control room's back here with the printer, computer, and the control panel. You might notice this caliper. It's pretty cool. We use this to measure different patients, so say your thickness or the body part that we're imaging, and this is used in correlation with our dose measures Here at Children's, we try to use the least amount of radiation possible. So we use these to get accurate measurements and to give your child the correct dose. Okay, we're back out in the weight station main hallway. Let's go into MRI and see what's back here. We're going into zone 2, safety zone. Now when you come back here after being weighed, we typically bring you back, have you change into some scrubs. We offer a nice waiting area. It's very quiet and laid back atmosphere. We have 2 private patient waiting areas, as well as a little alcove to work patients up. If you choose to come in the scan room with your child, you're more than welcome once we do a metal screening, but we will lock up all of your valuables, metal items in these lockers here. Then we'll proceed on to zone 3. Upon entering zone 3, you'll come into this area where we typically use our metal detector to make sure that you don't have any metal on your body, in your pockets, anywhere in your hands. You can also see that this area is maybe for transitioning patients from a wheelchair or a stretcher. We do have our MRI compatible wheelchair that's safe to go into the scan room. We have our blanket warmer that's always appreciated at a cold hospital, and then just our patient refreshment area.
What's that on the floor right next to you?
This is a patient monitor. So should there be an emergency or a need, we are able to take heart rate, blood pressure, temperature, anything that might be needed, as well as a AED for emergencies. We also have our emergency drugs over there on the wall.
Can you explain to us about the zones in MRI?
Sure. So zone 1 is just being out on the street in the everyday world, as well as zone 2 we were just in. It's kind of a controlled area, but we do our screening and prepping there. Once you've entered zone 3, that's right before we enter the scan room. It's where you need to be accompanied by staff and monitored at all times. This is also the final step before you go into the scan room. And then of course zone 4 is the actual scan room where the magnet is always on. It's not always taking pictures, but it is always on. Now let's enter into the control room. This is where the magic happens. This is Darren, one of our technologists. He taught us everything we know. He's actively scanning right now, and if you can see, we have video goggles for our patients. So this patient is watching an episode of The Office. But if you'll turn up the volume, Darren, you can hear how loud the scanner sounds. And I can turn down the lights so perhaps you can see in the scan room if you look through the window to see what the scan room looks like. Just outside of the MRI hallway, you'll see the back room to enter into the X-ray room. It enters on the back side by the control area that we were just in. And then right next door to that is the reading room. That's where our board certified radiologist is. They read films, look at images. They're also here because we do administer IV contrast for many of our studies, and it's a safety precaution. We just always want to have someone here in the building should anybody be in need. Just beyond the radiology office is our linen area. If you come down this way, we have our back exit, we have all of our control panels, housekeeping, and then down this way, we have our conference room, break room area, as well as our Pyxis and supply room. And then beyond this point is the ophthalmology clinic, which is often bustling on many days. We're back out front after our quick tour of the Kenwood location. Just wanted to sum up some of the amenities that we have to offer here. We have great parking, nicely centrally located in the north side of Cincinnati, close to Kenwood Mall, shops, and restaurants. Here we offer x-rays and lab services from 8:30 a.m. till 5 p.m. weekdays, and MRI is offered weekdays from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. We also have a radiologist on staff to do certain procedures and to overlook patient care. If you need more information about Kenwood, feel free to go to our website at cincinnatichildrens.org. Thanks.